We don't look at anything red. Oh, we're down. Down, you're red and white. Hey, red and black. Same gum. Red and white. Red and black. That's okay. There it goes. We can do it. What's up, buddy? How are you?
I'm great. How you doing today?
Have a big. Coach, ready?
Good morning. I'd like to welcome you out to softball game today between your Lady Elks and Phoenix Christian Crusaders. Should be a great game as we played them earlier in the season, and I believe we won 7-4. So close game the whole time. So it should be quite a game today. They're 11-1 in league play. Of course, tournament games don't count toward their regular season standing, but 11-1. The only team they've lost to so far is Joe City, who we also lost to. So, like I said, it should be a pretty close game. Should be a fun game to watch and listen to. So, come out and enjoy. If you're not at Little League games and doing other things today on this beautiful Saturday, come out and enjoy the game. It's going to be a great day. Your varsity boys are playing in the Valley today. I think against Phoenix Christian as well this afternoon at 4. So their Little League games are going on all day. First day of Little League. So get out, enjoy softball or baseball, whatever you prefer. Enjoy the beautiful spring day. Looks like we're going to have the national anthem. Defensive alignment for your Lady Elks today: Tori Slade at catching, Carla Ariola pitching, Autumn Webster at first, Kyler Penrod at second, Kelsey Walker at short, Ruth Wiltbank at third, with I believe probably Cassidy Elmer in left field and Skylar Heavener in center, with looks like Crick in right field. Thanks. First batter of the game for the Crusaders is Selena Soto, who plays shortstop for the Crusaders. First pitch on the way, she squares the bunt and brings it back, a strike down the middle, so 0-1 the count. Change up, foul. Straight back to net, so quickly ahead 0-2 to Soto. High ball 1-2. Wind's blowing a little bit from left field to right field today. Kind of comes up and down, probably 5-10 miles an hour today. Next pitch, strike on the outside half plate, so Soto out on strikes. Bringing up Shores for the Crusaders. Shores, second baseman for Phoenix Christian. First pitch to Shores, just a little outside, ball 1. Strike, swinging, 1-1 the count. Shores chased a high fastball there. Another high fastball with Shores chases again. I think if she throws another one in the same spot, we might have her strikeout here. Let's see. Let's see where she puts this one. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Down the middle with that one. Got her looking. That one down the middle, so 2 up, 2 down for the Elks, with Guerrero coming up to bat. Guerrero, the third baseman. First pitch high, ball 1. So 2 outs. No one on for the Crusaders. Guerrero up to bat. Ball 2, a little low on the changeup. Strike, swinging, as Guerrero was behind that pitch. So 2 balls, 1 strike. Foul ball. Evens the count up at 2. Just a little high. Full count. 3-2 count. Oh, looked good, but he called it a ball. It says he's just a little bit low, so Guerrero was able to go to first base on the walk. Looked like a really good pitch from back here. So Guerrero's on first with 2 outs. Catcher number Fisher up to bat. Squares to bunt, pulls it back, throw it down. Oh, and a little short hop on the play. Safe at second on the stolen base. So Guerrero still second. Short hop. Kelsey unable to come up with the short hop, so Guerrero's safe. Count to Fisher's 1 ball, 0 strikes, as that ball pitch was a little bit high. Ball 2, still a little high. Strike. Guerrero able to steal third as we were not paying attention out there in the field. So she got to lead off. Tori threw it back and caught him off guard. So runner on third. Count 2 balls, 1 strike. Little high again. 3-1. Not missing by much, but he says they're just a little bit high. So 3-1 right now. Guerrero on third with Fisher up to bat. Down the bad throw. The single down the left field line. Threw it in first, a little high. Autumn able to get it. Runner goes into second. Runner for Guerrero comes in to score. So 1-0. Right here. Everybody stopped and thought it was foul. Umpire didn't give a very good signal there until afterwards. Fly ball out to right field. Run will score on the play, on the single. So run comes in from second, 2-0. So 2 out, 2 runs in, runner on first. Brings up Fisher, another Fisher, Lizzie Fisher. Fly ball toward first base, foul territory. Let's see. Nope. Out of play. Webster unable to get to it. So strike 1 on Lizzie Fisher. Fly ball toward center field. Nice catch by Heaven around center field for the 3rd out. So after half an inning, Crusaders strike first, scoring 2 runs with the Elks coming up to bat. So 2-0. Pitching for the Crusaders, number 1, Metre, with Hannah Fisher catching. Leading it off for the Elks will be Kyler Penrod, Skylar Hebner on deck. Are the bottom first up of the first. Kyler Penrod up to bat. Elks trailing early, 2-0. First pitch to Penrod on the way. Strike, little flare. It looks like center field comes in and catches it. Hoping for a minute it might drop, but center field able to cover ground and catch that for the first out. So Skylar Hebner up to bat now. Ball in the dirt, 1-0. Strike down the middle. Hebner watches that one go by. 1-1 the count. Foul ball as Hebner hits that one off to the first base side. 1-2 the count to Hebner. Another foul ball toward the third base side. Count remains the same. Nice hit by Hebner, deep center field, but it looks like, yes, center fielder's underneath it for the second out. Hit it hard. The wind kind of held that one up. It looked like it was going to travel a little further than it did. So 2 up, 2 down, 2 fly balls to center fielders for your Elks. Or timing's right on it. Just get them a little too high in there. Brings up Kelsey Walker with no outs here in the first. Walker fouls first pitch back. 0-1. Walker reaches for the first pitch down to first base, who tags her own base, and 3 up, 3 down. So Elks will take the field going in the top of the second, trailing by 2. While we're going through the sponsors, I'd like to thank those who sponsor these games. Baseball, softball, all year long. Not only sports, but their activities as well. We appreciate those that put in their time and effort to help make this possible for the student athletes of Round Valley. I know they appreciate it, and those that can't get out really appreciate it as well. So pitch going down. Getting ready to start the top of the second inning. Number 12. Yeah. Batting for Phoenix Christian. Strike. On the inside part of the plate. 0-1. Foul ball. Sarvey is a little bit behind that pitch. 0-2. Strike 3 as he chases the high pitch. 1 out. That's how we start the first inning. Hopefully we don't get 2 quick ones and they get a few hits. Keep up the momentum right here. A couple of quick outs. Get back to hitting. Rabati's hitting now for Phoenix Christian. First one's swinging strike. Another swing and strike. Strike 2 on Rabati. Says it hit her. Hit the, yeah, she went back, says it hit her, but no, hit the end of the bat. So foul ball on the play. It says it hit both the bat and her hand. And from this angle, she reached across the base, but across the plate anyway. She was not in her batter's box when that hit her. So 0-2 remains the count. Strike 3 right down the middle, so 2 quick outs for the Elks. Bring up the number 9 hitter Clark. Brooklyn Clark up to bat for the Crusaders now. A little pop fly toward first base. Autumn snags it for the 3rd out of the inning, so quick 1-2-3 for the Crusaders there. Elks will get back up, try to get a run or 2 to get back in the game. All right, leading off the second inning for your Lady Elks is Ruth Wilbank. Ruth, a junior 3rd baseman for the ladies. Ruth hits at third base. Third baseman bobbles, picks it up, and throws her out by just a hair. Nice play by third baseman as that ball was hit right down the line for the first out. Carl Ariola up now for the Elks. We're trying to get our first hit of the game here. We've hit the ball every time, just right at somebody, it seems like. So let's see if Ariola can change that. Inside, ball one. Foul ball down the third baseline. Just a little ahead of that pitch, 1-1 the count. One out as they bring the ball back in play. 1-1 count to Ariola. Little pop fly. It's going out of play. Second chance for Ariola here as that was able to drift a little bit foul. Underneath that one just a little bit. 1-2 the count. And she's ahead of that. Line drive, deep left field, and hits the fence. Ariola will go in with a stand-up double on the play as she drives that one to the fence for a stand-up double. So Elks in business here with one out, runner on second with Autumn Webster up to bat. Autumn lets the first one go by for a strike. So 0-1 the count to Webster. A little low, 1-1 the count. Foul ball by Autumn, straight back to the backstop. Behind 1-2 in the count. Runner on second. She tries to bring it in. Cut the score in half. Another foul ball straight back as Autumn fights off another fastball to stay alive. Autumn with the high fly ball toward right field. Ariola will tag up, and she drops it, and it rolls toward center field, right field. Ariola will stay at second, and Webster will go. Ariola will go into third, and Webster will go into second on there. Ariola had to hold up at second, or she could have scored on that, but I think the wind caught that just a little bit. Took it a little bit over right fielder's head for an error. Brings up Cassidy Elmer with 2 on and 1 out. Elmer, sophomore left fielder. Little line drive to left field. Scott hold up. It's short enough that Ariola unable to advance on the throw, so 2 outs on the fly ball. Brings up Kensley Crick with 2 outs now, as we have 2 ducks sitting on the pond out there ready to come home. Kensley able to lay off the high pitch, ball 1. Down third baseline, foul ball. So 1-1 the count. Jammed a little bit on the inside of that pitch. High, ball 2, 2-2 the count. High, ball 3. I thought it was 3-2. Scoreboard says 3-1, so I'm off probably 1 pitch. Ken's trying to pick up a couple of RBIs. A little short grounder to shortstop picks it up, and a high throw. Get away from first baseman. Ruth Autumn will come around and score, tie the score up at 2 on the air by the shortstop. Crick's sitting on first base after that. So 2-2 the score. Shortstop had plenty of time there, but drew a little quickly and over first baseman's head, tied the score. Tori Slade up to bat now with 2 outs. Crick on first. Slade swings through that one, strike 1. Strike down the middle as she catches Tori looking on that one. 0-2. Tori quickly behind. Has to protect now. Anything close, she's going to have to try to foul off or hit. Crick still at first base. Slade able to foul that one back. Stay alive. Count remains 0-2. High, ball 1. Good job by Tori to lay off that high pitch. Sometimes when you're behind 0-2 in the count, it's hard to lay off pitches that are not in the strike zone. Low, ball 2. Even the count out at 2. Crick still at first. Score tied at 2 here in the second inning. Tori, a little pop fly, looks like right to shortstop for the 3rd out of the game. So Lynx were able to put 2 runs on the board with 1 hit, 2 errors. I think, sorry, the Elks scored 2.
He'll be so sick of us alone, he'll be like, I'm done. I'm done with Patty, so no, nobody can come back. No, well.
Waiting for Tori to come out as she's the last batter. Had to go get her gear on, getting ready for the throwdown here. All right, starting the bottom 3rd inning. Score is 2-2. With top of the lineup, Soto coming up to bat here. First pitch, swing and strike. As Soto chases a high pitch there. Another high strike, which she swings at for quick strike 2 on Soto. Another high strike, so strike 3 as she chases 3 of them out of the strike zone for the first out of the inning. Brings up number 17, Maddie Shores for the Crusaders. Strike 1, swinging. Short squares to bunt and misses, but she said she pulled it back in time, so 1-1. Ball 2 a little high, so 2-1 the count. Ball 3, another high pitch. I think last time Shore struck out on high pitches, so this time she's being a little bit more patient at the bat. She's got count in her favor, 3-1. Ariola pitching. Strike 2, so full count. Line right down the middle for strike 3 swinging, so 2 quick outs for the Elks. Brings up Guerrero. Guerrero had a single to center field last time, I believe. Inside, ball 1. Strike 1, 1-1 the count. As Ariola throws a fastball by her. Little pop, 2 hopper back to Ariola, who scoops it up and throws it to Webster for the 3rd out. So 1-2-3, 2nd inning in a row. So after 2.5 innings, score remains tied. Yeah, just to let you know that today was the start of Little League action. So I'm sure there's games going on the Little League field today, as well as they have concessions and everything else there. So go out and support your Little League, unless you're here supporting us. So go out and enjoy some action today. Beautiful day to be outside. Score here, bottom of the second, is still 2-2, as the Crusaders scored 2 in the first, and your Lady Elks scored 2 in the second. Kyler Penrod leading off the inning, as she did the first. Kyler pop out to center field the first time up the bat. Little pop, catch underneath it, and catches it for the first out. A little jam shot on the inside part of the plate. Penrod hit on the part of the bat, popped it straight in there, catch it able to sail underneath it for the first out. Brings up Heavener. Heavener lets the first one go, strike one. Heavener flies the second one straight back over the backstop. Quickly behind 0-2. Heavener sends one foul. Nice hit, but foul. It's down the left field line. Count remains 0-2. Heavener hits it right back up the middle for a single. Heavener will stay at first on the play as center fielder quickly gets that in. Brings up Walker. Walker just needs to sit on a little bit. Last time she's a little bit ahead of the pitch. Just sit back and drive it somewhere. Outside, ball one. Walker turns around as bunts, pulls it back, ball two. Heavener down at first, trying to entice the throw down there. See if she can advance to second on maybe an error or something, get in scoring position. Walker sends one foul down the left field line. So count 2-1. lot of room like down the left field line. I think that's where she was trying to take that one. Pass shortstop there. So another single. So Skids will come to third on the plate. Dive in. Yes, nice play by Hebner as she saw that was going to be a single and scoot around the third base. And on the throw, Walker goes into second. So 2 1-out singles in a row brings up Wilbank as Elks tried to take the lead here in the third inning. Nice piece of hitting there by Walker. Wilbank up. Strike down the middle. Wilbank lets that one go by. Right, the right field, deep, and over the fence for a 3-run home run by Wilbank. That one got out of here quick. Line drive, 3-run home run, and she takes the ball to the opposite field for 3 runs. Nice job of hitting by Wilbank there. Elks ahead, 5-2. That ball probably didn't get over 2-3 feet above the fence, just kept going. Two singles and a home run by your Elks there. Bring in 3 for the ladies. Ariola up to bat. Ariola foul ball, third base line. As she tries to hit Autumn in the on-deck circle. High fly in the gap. Let's see if center field can get to. No, it's over her head. Ariola is running around in first into second. So with a stand-up double, as center fielder wasn't able to get to that. So Elks keep her going here. Brings up Webster. Webster up to bat, 1 out with Ariola on second base here. Bottom of the third. Elks leading 5-2. Calls a strike on the inside part of the plate. Inside, 1-1, as that was just a little further inside. Inside and low, 2-1. There's a pitcher, Maitre, trying to jam Webster inside on those pitches. High, ball 3, ball gets by catch. So pass ball there. Ariola moves to third base. So 3-1 to count to Ariola with Elmer on deck. High ball 4. Autumn walked down to first, so got runners on the corners now with Omer up to bat. Still only 1 out. As the Elks have put on 3 runs here in the 3rd inning, threatening for more. Little pop fly, little can of corn toward second base, and a hit, catches it for the 2nd out of the inning. So Kensley Crick up with 2 outs now. Crick up with 2 outs, runners on the corner. Little pop fly, it looks like third base underneath and catches it, as that was inside pitch. Jam Cricks for the 3rd out. So Elks were able to get 3 runs in the inning on 4 hits and a walk. Big play of the inning being a 3-run home run by Wiltbank, leaves 2 stranded. So after 3 complete innings, score is 5-2, favor your Lady Elks. Starting out the top of the 4th inning, Hannah Fisher up to bat for the Crusaders. Your Lady Elks winning ahead by 3. High ball 1. Count 1-1 on that pitch down the middle. Looks like Fisher was looking for something else besides that one, so 1-1 the count. Low, ball 2, 2-1. Looks like some of the little league games are getting over as we're getting a few more fans here at the high school. Line drive to left field and foul ball. Foul ball by about an inch, it looks like, from here. So even just a loud foul. So 2-2 the count. Hannah Fisher up bat, 2-2 the count. A little outside, count goes full, 3-2. Low, ball 4. As that was just a little low, so Fisher down to first with Mitre up to bat. No outs here in the top of the 4th as Fisher walked So 1 on, no outs. But fielded by and safe at third. It looks like we almost had a traffic jam. We didn't have anybody covering third, and everybody converged about the same time. So sacrifice bunt there, but the runner was able to go all the way from first to third on the bunt. Metre's out at first, but Guerrero's on third as no one covering third as they all crash, and Cassie's playing deep enough she wasn't able to get there in time. Brings up Lizzie Fisher. Strike 1 to Fisher. Strike 2 swinging. Low, nice stop by Tori. Keep that one from getting behind her. Count goes to 1 ball, 2 strikes to Fisher. 1 out. Runner on third for the Crusaders. Change up also low in the dirt, so 2-2 the count. Little pop fly to the right field that drops in front of Crick and able to get in time. Guerrero will score, and Fisher's into first base with a single. Scavia up to bat now. 5-3 score. Swinging. Runner able to advance to second on the strike as Tori dropped and threw behind. Runner, she was able to go to second. So Savaya up to bat, squares to bunt. And batter's out. Batter out on the play. Runner at third. I don't know if the runners probably have to go back. We'll have to see how that works. Umpire trying. Let's see if they send the runner back. So 2 outs now. Does the runner have to go back? So runner does go back. So 2 outs now, runner on second. As that bunt attempt came up and hit her. So automatically out, dead ball. Brings up Clark. A little high pitch, sorry, Rabibida. Layla sounds better, I can say that. Layla up to bat. Ball 1. Ball in the dirt. Nice stop by Tori there. 2-0 the count. Says a hitter. Hit it on the elbow. She looked like from here she leaned into it, but he didn't catch that. She's leaning over the plate and the ball's hitting her. So that's what Carla's saying, that she leans into it over the plate for the free base. She did that the first inning and hit the end of the bat. Coach Myers is discussing that with the home plate ump. So 2 on, 2 out. Clark up to bat now. First pitch, strike, foul ball. Out of play. as they trail to our Lady Elks 5-3. Clark up to bat. Strike two, as Ariola took a little bit off that pitch. Quickly had 0-2. Strike three, Ariola able to get out of the inning with just 1 run, 2 left on for the Crusaders. So after 3.5 innings, 5-3 for your Lady Elks. Leading off the bottom of the 4th inning will be Tori Slade. Freshman catcher for the Elks has done a great job this year. First pitch to Tori is a strike on the outside part of the plate. High and outside, 1-1 the count. Foul ball. Nice Slade on that pitch, so behind 1 ball, 2 strikes. Another foul ball. Slade stays alive. 1-2 the count. Lays off a low pitch in the dirt. 2-2 the count. Foul ball again by Tori. As that ball drifts out over the first base dugout. Nice job of Slade of staying alive this at bat. Ball inside. Slade's able to work the count full after falling behind 0-2 to start the at-bat. She's fouled off 3 or 4 pitches here. Slade steps back in, trying to deliver a hit for the Elks. Up the middle for a single. Nice job of hitting by Slade there. She fouled off a number of pitches until she got one down the middle and drove it straight over second base for the no outs. So for the single with no outs, so Slade's at first with Penrod up to bat. Penrod steps in the batter's box, no outs. Slade on first. Hot pop fly, looks like shortstop settling underneath it and makes the catch for the first out. Penrod just a little ahead of it today, as I think all 3 of her hits have been kind of pop-ups. Brings up Hebner. Hebner had a 1-out single last at bat. Strike down the middle. Line drive towards left field. It drops in front of her. Slade will make it to second on the play. She had to hold up and barely make it in a second. So as left fielder try to make a shoe top catch and able to. So 2-1 with 1 out with Walker up and Wilt Bank on deck. High ball 1. Slade and Hebner on bases for the Elks. Walker up to bat, 1 out here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Line drive up the middle. It'll be in there. So ball comes into pitcher. So bases loaded now as 3 consecutive singles for the Elks. Wilt Bank up to bat with Ariola on deck. Last time up, Wilt Bank hit a 3-run laser shot over the right field fence. Strike on the inside part of the plate. Tied Wilt Bank up on that inside pitch. Another strike on the inside corner. So 0-2 real quick to Wilt Bank. 1 out, bases loaded for Wilt Bank. Behind the count, 0-2. Little pop shot. Infield fly rule. Infield fly rule, batter's out. So Ariola up now with 2 outs, still bases loaded. See if she can help herself here with 2 outs. Swings at it, 1 low and inside. She wanted that pitch, so strike 1. She's trying to get 4 runs with 1 swing. Foul ball over the backstop, quickly behind 0-2. Now she has to protect. Able to lay off a high pitch, so 1 ball, 2 strikes. Base is still full. Line shot past left fielder, past left fielder and shortstop in the field. We'll get 3 runs will score, and Ariola will be in the second base. I don't know if that's a single or a double as it got past left fielder really quick, but 3 runs will score on the play. So 8-3 for your Lady Elks with Webster up to bat. Timeout by the Crusaders. It's nice when you have speed on the base, as we did with Walker and Hebner on first and second. They was able to come all the way around on that play. Looks like Simpson will be heading in to run for Ariola here. So timely hits there with 2 outs, bases loaded, as Ariola is able to clear the bases there. Autumn up to bat with Simpson on second base, trying to add to the lead. Nice line drive, and fell down all the way to the fence. The second baseman fell down, so Autumn will go on to third base on the play. So another run will score. Nice line drive hit by Webster. Third base right fielder fell down trying to get that, and the ball rolled to the fence. So Autumn ends up on third base. Simpson scores, brings up Elmer. Still 2 outs. Strike 1 as Elmer swings through that one. Strike as she takes that one looking. So 0-2. Elmer quickly behind. But that doesn't mean anything. We've had 2 or 3 hitters this inning behind 0-2 and come back to deliver for the Elks. Good job by Elmer laying off that high pitch. 1-2 the count. Elmer hits towards shortstop. Slow roller short throws it over and gets Elmer by half a step. So Elks were able to tack on 4 runs here in the 4th inning. So 4 complete innings in the book. Score is 9 for the Lady Elks, 3 for the Phoenix Christian Crusaders. Between innings here, again, we'd like to thank those who sponsor our broadcasts and thank them for all they do for us student athletes and us that can't come to all the games. Really appreciate those that are able to do this for us. As we start the fifth inning, Elks up by 6, 9-3, with Soto up to bat, leadoff batter for the Crusaders. Squares to bunt and and right to Wiltbank as she was charging. This little pop to right to Wiltbank. I think I caught Wiltbank by surprise, but she was able to hang on that for the first out on the attempted bunt. Next up for the Crusaders, number 11, Shores. High, ball one. Ball two, just still a little high again. So quickly behind 2-0. Low, ball three. All right, after the timeout, count 3-0 to Shores. One out here in the fifth inning. Strike down the middle, 3-1 count. As Ariel would come back with a strike down the middle after that timeout. Strike on the inside corner. And Shores lets the last two go by after being ahead by on 3-0 count. It's now 3-2. Little high on that pitch, so Shores able to walk. So runner on first, one out, brings up Guerrero. Strike one. As Guerrero swung through that one. High, ball one, 1-1. They were chasing that rise ball early in the game. They're kind of laid off of it here in the latter innings. Set outside. 2 balls, 1 strike. Fly and goes foul as Webster and Cricken able to get to that ball. So 2-2 the count. Two and two the count to Guerrero with Shores on first and 1 out here in the top of the fifth inning. Low. Nice stop by Torrey. Full count. Foul ball again. Count remains full. little pop fly. Let's see if Autumn can get over to it. And she does. Nice play by Autumn, and she gets it next to the first base dugout for the second out. Shores had to stay up first on the foul ball, so 2 outs, 1 on. Brings up Hannah Fisher. The low ball one. Missed by an inch or so, not much. High fly ball and be a drifting foul down the right field line, so 1-1 to count. Count 1-1 to Fisher as he steps back in the batter's box. Line shot over Crick's head in right field. It hits the fence. Shores around third will score, and Hannah will go into third standing up. So 2-out triple by Fisher brings in 1. 9-4 the score. As it seems like when they hit the right field, that wind kind of grabs and pushes a little bit, so that ball was hit over Crick's head. Brings up Metre. Line shot to Walker. Walker picks it up, throws it to Webster for the 3rd out of the inning. Nice play by Walker and Webster. So the Crusaders able to tack on 1 run that inning, so 4.5 innings in the book, 9-4. Your Lady Elks ahead by 5. Looks like we got a couple of defensive replacements maybe for the Crusaders out in the field. Mitre still pitching for the Crusaders. Kensley Crick leading off the bottom of the 5th inning for the Elks. Kind of nice commentating. No one wants to sit within 10 feet of me because they don't want anybody to hear what they're saying. So got the place all by myself here. Crick up to bat. Strike 1 to Crick. Strike 2 as she swings on it at an inside pitch, so quickly behind 0-2. Kens will have to battle now. Outside and high, 1-2. Strike out looking. That ball was a little over waist high on the outside part of the plate, so 1 out. Was Slade up to bat with Penrod on deck. Tori had a great at bat last time as she fouled off 4 or 5 pitches, able to get a single. Line drive to center field, left back, and made the catch. Center fielder makes the catch as he has to take about 4 or 5 steps back to make the catch. Brings up Penrod with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th. Penrod up to bat. Been a little bit underneath the first 3 at bats. Seems like she's popped up all 3 of them. See if she can get a line drive here. Strike 1. As that pitch kind of froze Penrod. The line shot toward second base. Shortstop bobbles it. Penrod's on first after the error by the shortstop. Shortstop picked her head up a little bit, seeing where Penrod was running. Penrod able to make it on first. So brings up Skylar Hebner. 2 on, 1 out. Strike. Ball gets by second baseman on the steal by Penrod. Penrod goes to third on the play, and all right, Hebner up to bat still. Count 1 ball. Line drive up the middle. Looks like it's going to fall in. It does. So a nice single by Hebner, bring in Penrod. Another nice double. It looks like probably by Walker. Hebner will come all the way around to score on the play. Nice bit of hitting by your Elks' 2-run score here with 2 outs. Lil, when you get a minute, I need your help. When you get a minute. In a minute after this. Ruth able to lay off the high pitch. 1-0 the count to Wilbank. Wilbank swings through that one, 1-1. Walker down, trying to get him to throw down so she can advance to third. It's not charging. I did. Hit it in the safe there. Nice stop by the third baseman. The only place she had was third, where Walker was advancing. Walker slides in underneath the tag, and Wilbanks at first on the infield single. Brings up Ariola. Ariola up to bat. Ball one. No. Inside, ball two. Hopefully I can get this thing running. We're down to 5%, so hopefully we can get this figured out why it's not charging here. It's supposed to be on whichever one it's supposed to be on. I know. Oh, foul ball right down third base line. I wonder if you got to hold it for a minute.
I can hear it.
Yeah. Ariola's still up to bat. Inside, 3-1. Ariola calls timeout, steps out of the batter's box. High, ball four. Ariola gets the walk, brings up Webster. It's green now, so it probably is. All right, hopefully we got the problem fixed here on the charging. So Webster up to bat. Base is loaded. Here in the bottom of the fifth. Called strike on the inside half of the plate. Up the middle, nice hit by Webster with a single up the middle. 2 runs, more runs will score. 13-4 for your Lady Elks. Nice bit of hitting by Webster there to bring in 2 more. Simpson running for Ariola again. Brings up Elmer. Here in the bottom of the fifth. Elks up by 9. Timeout by the Crusaders. It hasn't went down anymore. All right, Elmer up to bat after the timeout by the Crusaders. Runners on first and second. Elks leading by 9. 5th inning. Line shot, center field, and she makes the catch for the 3rd out. Not a bad hit by Elmer, but center fielder was positioned in the right position for the 3rd out. The Elks were able to tack on 4 runs there and leave 2 on. So after 5 complete innings, 13-4.
It's going down. This isn't going at all?
You can hear it.
Where's the white plug?
Oh, it's in here.
Remember, that's why it's
okay.
not working. You have to plug it in with the white box.
Oh.
That's why it's not charging. Come on, car. 3 up, 3 down. Let's go. Nice throw down, Tori. Nice job. What are you doing?
All right, Fisher batting for the Crusaders. Ball 1.
Still going down.
Strike 1. 1-1 count. Little grounder to second base. Second base, Penrod over to Autumn for the 1st out. One out here in the 6th inning for the Crusaders. Strike 1. Batting is Savakia. Outside, 1-1. Ball 2, outside. So 2-1. Little line shot to Webster. Webster drops it, but called foul ball. So 2-2 the count. Two and two the count here. 1 out. Top of the 6th. Just a little bit outside. Looked pretty good, but just a little bit outside. Full count. Foul ball. And Savaka stays alive. Count still full. Strike. Strike called on the inside part of the plate. So 2 outs here. Top of the 6th. Bring up number 8, Layla. Ball low in the dirt. Change up gets away from her. Ball 2. Ball 3. Another low. So Ariola behind 3-0 here, but 2 outs here in the top of the 6th. Your Elks leading by 9. Strike. Strike. So count full. Last 2 times up, both times up that she's been up before, she's kind of leaned over the plate a little bit. And one time got hit, the other time hit the knob of the bat for a foul ball. See if she can strike it. Foul ball there. Count remains full. As Ariola comes back from the 3-0 hole. Make count full. Ball 4. Layla's able to walk in first. So 2 outs, runner on first. Bringing up Clark. Actually bringing up a pinch hitter, number 16, who is Flynn. Flynn coming to bat for the Crusaders. All right, Flynn steps in the batter's box. First pitch to her, strike down the middle. Strike 2. As Ariola threw that one by Flynn. So 2 outs, runner on first for the Crusaders. Fielder still the same for your Elks. Foul ball. In the dirt. Tori's able to stop it, but it gets far enough away that Layla advances to second base on the play, so 1-2 to count. The Elks trying to get out of the 6th inning here. Outside, ball 2. Ball 3. As Ariola missed 3 in a row here. Coach, timeout called by Coach Myers as Ariola was out there working her arm out a little bit, making sure she's okay. Again, as we got a break, we thank those that sponsor our teams and other activities, whether it's music, drama, or whatever. We appreciate all those that contribute to our programs. Appreciate those that come out and support us as well. So back in action, counts full. Runner on second for the Crusaders. Down the middle, strike 3. They just needed that timeout as Ariola was able to throw it by the hitter. So after 5.5 innings, the score remains 13-4. Wind's picking up a little bit here. A few high clouds over. Actually pretty nice right now. if I'm not mistaken, we'll have Crick, Slade, and Penrod up to bat here in the bottom of the sixth. All right, Crick steps in the batter's box here at the bottom of the sixth. First pitch to her. Swing and strike. As pitcher took a little bit off that one, Crick was ahead of the pitch. Nice line drive, deep, 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 and to the fence. Crick will get a double on the play, as that's over the center field hit, over the center fielder's head. So nice bit of hitting by Crick there with a double to lead off here in the sixth inning. Brings up Torrey Slade. High fly ball towards center field by Slade. Center fielder was able to nab that one for the first out of the inning. Brings up Penrod with one out. Crick still at second base. Ball one inside. Strike one, about the knee high, so 1-1 the count. Crick still on second with Penrod up to bat. Hebner on deck. Little shot and caught. Nice catch by shortstop there. She ranged behind third base for the catch, so 2 outs now. Bring up Hebner. Still Crick still at third. As the Elks try to bring in the 14th run of the game. Strike on the inside part of the plate. 0-1 the count. Little shot, shortstop. Shortstop picks it up. Good throw to first for the third out of the inning. Elks leave Crick on second base after the leadoff double, so heading to the seventh. Score remains 13-4. Next game up for your Lady Elks will be Monday against Winslow, and then away against Mini Farms on Wednesday, and then home on Friday against Page. So 3 games next week, and either 2 or 3 the next week, as makeup game against Northland Prep might be on the 24th. So 5 or 6 games all we have left before the playoffs. Soto up to bat for the Crusaders, leading off the 7th. High ball 1. Line drive towards left field. Looks like it's going, yes, it drops in the hole between left and right. And Soto will be in the second with a stand-up double. So Soto leads off the top of the 7th with a stand-up double as the Crusaders try to stay in this game, trailing by 9. Shores up to bat. Ball inside. High ball 2. Oriole takes a deep breath out there. Strike down the middle. 2-1 the count. Ooh, that was close, but he calls it a ball. So 3-1. 3-1 to count to Shores with Soto on second. Strike 2, swinging. Ariola tries to fight back after being down 3-1. Strike 3, first out of the inning as Shores goes down swinging. Brings up Carrero. With Soto still on second. Lyle line drive to second, picks it up on the 2-hopper. That's the second out of the inning as she makes the. They say because Ruth did a fake tag at third, she's going to come into the free base. So 1 run in on the out at first, so 13-5. Two outs though here in the top of the 7th. Brings up Fisher. Ball 1. As that one misses high. Strike down the middle, so 1-1 the count. 2 outs as the Elks try to wrap up this game here in the top of the 7th. High fly over the backstop. 1-2 the count. Ball low, 2-2 the count. High fly, going to go foul. Count remains 2-2. Score 13-5 here in the top 7. 2 outs. 2-2 to Guerrero. Low, ball 3. Sorry, this is Fisher up to bat. Full count. Little foul ball down third base line. Count remains the same. Hit down to Ruth, past Wiltbank, fair ball. As Fisher will go up to in the second base on the play. So still 2 out. Fisher at second on that play. Ruth wasn't able to get it, went right down the line. Brings up Mitri. 2 outs. Still looking for that third out here in the 7th. Little shot. He'll be going to drop in front of Crick. Run will score, and on the throw, Merte will go into second base. So 13-6. So still running at second. Brings up Fisher. Low, ball 1. Strike on a changeup. Beautiful changeup there by Ariola. 1-1 the count. Line foul. Count goes 1 ball, 2 strikes. As Crusaders are down their last strike again. Foul again. So count remains 1-2. Shot to Walker short, fires over to Webster for the third out of the game, of the inning and game. Nice victory by your Lady Elks today, as the Crusaders that came in 11-1 in the regular season. We put 13 runs on the board and defeat the Crusaders by the score of 13-6. Nice hitting and defense by your Elks today. Next, like I said, next home game is Wednesday against Winslow. Hope to see you there. Do they have a JV group? See ya. Oh.
See you later.
So thank you for watching and listening today and coming out and supporting the girls. Like I said, next game is Monday here. I can't remember if it's at 2 or 4, but stay tuned for Monday against Winslow. Have a great day and be safe.